Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another game of Shadows of Austin, Changeling the Lost, second edition. Today, the scene opens on a beautiful, what's the weather today? Beautiful, cloudy, overcast day in Austin, Texas, as work comes pulling into his parking lot. He has gotten word that yesterday something happened at the lot 42, where he is currently walking towards after getting out of his vehicle. He has already been given some bad news that heavy damage to the facility has been done, and though the description was intense, he's hoping it's not as bad as it was described. As he approaches, he sees it was described much more kindly than he was wishing. The door is pretty much gone and hanging on its last legs. The wall has a massive hole in it, not big enough for him to crawl through, but easily big enough for him to stick his arm through. The door on the other side has another smaller hole, and you can see through that hole the other hole leading into the next building where he assumes there's probably more holes. It's like someone had fired a anti-personnel round or Bugatti inside of his facility. Waiting for him there is the perpetrators, I mean friends involved. Um, Charlemagne, is standing there with a, well, classic Charlemagne expression on his face and rose in his hair.
Charlemagne is on his way looking for work.
He just like as he's walking, he's just surveying the damage, and he sees Charlemagne. And he just walks him and he says,
All right.
"What happened?"
So a lot of things happened. Do you want to be semi mad or just outright?
Just give it to me straight.
All right. Um, we found good news or bad news first.
Good news first.
We know where the individuals who were taken from the freehold, that were taken from the freehold. One of them was actually returned. Bad news, a lot of individuals from the autumn court and the summer court were apprehended by opposing seasonal courts. They came into the summer court and demanded uh, more slaves and tribute. Um, there's also the case that these oppositional seasonal courts are in collusion with a true fae, and that true fae is that massive spiral that's outside. A gristle grinder um, of Icelandic winter mantle. Uh, it's better now looking at his shoulder, but tried to take like a chunk out of my shoulder. Almost tried to kill a few members of the Autumn Court and uh and another individual that goes by the name of Damien, part of my court. We were able to escape, but he tried to pursue us, hence the blood and the hole in the wall. Every place
He's
is on lockdown.
he's just kind of looking at the hole in the wall. He says, "Did you at least kill him?"
As soon as he finishes the sentence, the remainder of the door falls from where it's hanging and clatters to the ground in a cacophonous display of noise, bouncing for a second and then vibrating before coming to a quiet, still spot.
Well, that depends. He doesn't have a left hand anymore.
Rourke's just giving like side eye.
Lillian is hiding. She is around the corner of one of the storage units, just kind of listening to this.
Oh, there may or may not have been a hurricane in premise. Lot of pain.
She is no longer around the corner looking.
At that moment, Rourke will notice that's why it. In addition to the large blood stain that goes all the way across the floor, everything that was kept in the locker to keep it looking like someone was occupying it, and so that it would distract anyone who thought that that might be what was important in there, has been all strewn about. Some of it thrown out. He'll notice that it looks like there's some heavy wind damage to the outside of that facility, like maybe a hurricane was occurring in it. Yeah.
Also, we sort of need your assistance interrogating an individual that tried to put a lemon baller in my courtier's eye to harvest her brain for experiments.
I do know about that one. Let's go do
Okay.
that. I need to
You
vent.
need an outlet? Okay, let's go do that.
And he
So
just turns. Sorry, go ahead, Tim.
Lillian's just gonna kind of creep on. You know how? Okay, imagine what it would look like if a dog walked up knowing that they fucked up. Now imagine that if it was an anthropomorphic spider. So it's kind of.
I just need a wits plus composure roll from all of you who are walking towards the facility. This is perception based, so your perception bonuses will apply.
All right, I gotta remember how to roll dice in this spot now.
The word dice cord.
Nope, I'm not gonna roll in Changeling Scenes. That is the wrong channel.
At dice cord space roll space number. And
I got one success.
All right, one success.
One success.
All around, one success. It looks like.
Glorious.
You guys don't sense anything.
Uh oh. All right.
I'm just going to state now that Rourke has his dagger in his jacket pocket. I'm just going to state that now.
That is perfectly okay. I assume in a sheath and not
Mhm.
touching his bare. Okay, just making sure. I've had players who were like, "No, I keep it in my pants." And I'm like, "Well, I got some news for your character." I'm glad to know that distinction has been made. So you guys approach. It's under lock and key. No one's watching it, of course, except through cameras, because it looks suspicious to have people with guns standing in front of a storage locker. Of course, the owner of the place has the key.
Mm-hmm.
If you would like to open
it. He's going to open it.
He opens it. The man's inside, looking up, stubble on his face, frown. So you're finally here. I was wondering when you'd show up.
Rourke's, is he like tied to a chair or something?
He is indeed tied to a chair.
Rourke's just going to walk over, walk inside, shut the door behind him, allowing the others to come in, of course. And then he's going to just walk around the man, just kind of look him over. He's not going to say anything.
If it isn't, whatever the hell you are, he says, looking at, not Charlemagne, looking at Lillian.
Looks left, looks right. I don't know what you're talking about, but all right.
And whatever the hell you are, freakish asshole, he says, looking Charlemagne in the eye.
Charlemagne he has pulled up a chair and he's eating popcorn.
I need to find my book. Sorry.
So what's it going to be? Torture? Is that what you're going to do? Is that you think I'm going to talk?
Oh, we don't need you to talk.
Of
Just
course not.
listen.
And who are you?
That's not really important now, is it?
Oh.
And he's just still walking around the guy, and like he'll reach over, kind of just like poke the guy a few times, like see if he has any like head injuries, like checking to see if he's injured.
Nope. Good health. He's in currently one of those kind of wooden chairs that you might find in any home or at a place of business, not too comfortable, not too uncomfortable, a little bit of padding.
Good dual contract.
He's currently, you see he's in a black, kind of rumpled up suit, black tie, white crisp, well, once crisp, shirt, button up shirt beneath that. He has black gloves on his hands, wearing dusty, but looks very nicely polished normally, black shoes with his black slacks.
I'm going to spend a glamour and activate Mask of Superiority.
All right, so you're going to activate Mask of Superiority. Now, you're going to, I believe that one has a roll associated with it.
Yep,
Yes.
I just gotta find my dice pool for it.
Presence plus subterfuge plus weird.
Spend a willpower on this, if that is okay. Because I don't actually know if they allow spending willpower on supernatural stuff in second edition.
You're always actually allowed to spend willpower on a roll as long as you have not spent willpower already. So if a power costs willpower, it negates your ability to spend willpower on that roll.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I got an exceptional success. 6 successes.
All right, so you don't get a condition for these. You get just whatever the power says for a exceptional success, which in this case is...
So I have people who see the character believe he is a respected member of an organization they belong to, as though he had dots in its status merit equal to his presence.
Correct.
And for the exceptional success, it says he instead convinces people he is a trusted ally comfort tour as though he had the allies' merit equal to his presence. He gets the same benefits as a member, but is given a pass if he doesn't know all the inner workings of the organization. The player only has to roll for the changeling to stay in character if he does something really absurd.
Right. What is your presence rating, however?
4.
All right. Since you are not at a facility where these people are, you do not get, I mean, like, you're not going to, you have the allies merit if you go to one right now in the same scene, but you don't have it for, as you know. But you right now don't have to worry about the absurd. Now you are also if I recall, you're not a Ferrist, all right?
He is a Ferrist.
You are a Ferrist. So the question is, just so you know, when you activate a contract like this that has clauses, you need to say whether or not you're going to use the clause in addition. So did you want to use the Ferrist clause or no?
I didn't even realize it had a Ferrist clause.
Oh, wow.
So that's my bad.
I thought you had noticed that.
But yeah, if you allow me to retroactively say that, since I didn't know, so yeah, he'd be using that.
Yes. No, I mean, this is your first time really using a lot of this stuff, so I'm walking you through this. All right. Because you can sometimes using a clause can work against you, like in a situation. So you choose, do I want it or not? And the best part is you can choose not to have the main effect if that would hurt you, and go with the clause instead.
I'm gonna use the clause and have the main effect still, and he's just going to lean in and he's going to whisper as quietly as he can into this guy's ear. I'm here to get you out, but you have to trust me.
What are the others doing here? Those freaks.
And he just whispers, "I'm undercover, but I'm supposed to get you out, but you gotta listen, you gotta trust me. They think I'm one of them."
What do you want to know? What do I need to do?
Okay. And he's still whispering. But what he's doing is he's got like a big old grin on his face, so it looks like, he's saying something like sadistic, and he's just saying, "First, act scared," like I'm saying, something really sadistic. I want that, we got to make them believe it. And then I need you to give just the barest amount of information while I'm interrogating you, so they think that you're telling the truth. Then I can get you out of here.
All right. He nods and grimaces.
And then Rourke's stands up, leans back, walks around, and gets a chair, sits in, puts it in front of the guy, sits down, and says, "Now, who are you working for?" And he's staring the guy right in the eyes.
An organization.
Hmm.
They hired us to go after your friend.
And he kind of tilts his head to the side and says, "How did you find her?"
That was easy. She's fairly obvious. Caught her coming into Safe Storage Solutions. Caught her on camera.
Rourke nods.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't like look away from the dude, but he just like kind of shifts his weight in the chair. "Who hired you?" And he's still staring the guy in the eye, trying to like get across the "work with me. It's a charade" kind of vibe to the dude.
Don't really know.
And then, as he's doing this, I'm going to activate another contract. Let me find that in the book. It's hidden reality.
Okay.
And I'm going to use the fairest clause.
Oh.
So what I'm going to do with the fairest clause is I want to change his virtue to trying to think of what would be the best thing here.
Cooperative.
You know what? That's not really a virtue though. Let's. God, I'm trying to think. All the descriptive words that work for virtues like wouldn't help here.
If I can ask, what are you trying to make him be? Like
more trusting? If that makes sense.
Compassionate?
Because I was going to go with loyal, but that would screw us over. Yeah, let's go with compassionate then.
Okay.
That's the best one I can think of. And that is a manipulation plus subterfuge plus word roll on my end, contested by his resolve plus weird.
Yes.
So 3, 5. It's gonna spend another willpower because shit, we need to do this.
You guys and your willpower.
So 4 successes.
All right. 4 successes versus 0. You have succeeded.
Perfect. And he's just still looking at the dude. And he says, why did they hire you to hunt her? Why did they hire you to find her?
Now I'm going to need a manipulation plus presence roll as you're trying to knock down some doors with this. We'll see. His starting doors have been changed based on what you have done. So give me manipulation plus persuasion. I'm going to give you an equipment bonus of 5 because you have, remember, your status rating that you can use against him.
Okay. So 5.
Versus his resolve plus composure plus his status dots.
3 successes.
You win. So he has fewer doors because of your vice. You giving him a virtue and vice switch. He has fewer doors because of the situation. So the end result is you have penetrated his doors.
Oh, and the other one, give the Ferris clause for that reduces a door too.
Yep, I'm definitely familiar. You screwed him. So he looks. I don't know the specifics. The team leader, Mr. Green, knows all of them.
He nods and he says, "So you're of no use to us then."
I can't tell you much else. I just know what I was told to do. We were supposed to get the girl. We were supposed to keep her alive long enough to remove her eye, part of her brain, and we were going to need to take some of her fingers and then transport them.
He nods and he walks over again, leans into the dude's ear and says, "I'll be right back. Act scared."
Right. He'll give a frightened look.
And then he's gonna turn around, motion for the others to follow him out.
Follow him out.
Going to lock the door behind him. He's going to say, as soon as everybody's outside, well, at least we got some information out of him.
Oh, I got more than enough. I know who hired him.
Who is it?
I believe a member of these new seasonal courts hired him.
And we have a name for someone else to track down.
I already encountered a Mr. Green. It's on the loose. In fact, I believe I saw him just recently.
Then we have our next target.
It'll be hard to find him. He's very... She'll shrug and smile. He's very afraid of us after what we did.
Perhaps we won't need to find him if we can lure him to us. Now, I promised that guy I'd let him go. Going to bring him out. Let him...
If it means all the same to you, would you still be able to do what you said you were going to do? Because I have plans for that one.
Oh, of course. I was honestly going to get him out. Let him out and let Lillian after him. Give her a bit of sport, but if you want to take him, then by all means.
He's not coming back. Let me just be 1,000% clear about that.
He nods. Do you have a specific place you want him dropped off?
No,
I'm
he'll be all
out
right. Say
out of
what?
character. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Anthony. I know you want to challenge your Game of Thrones. So if you want to shoot this down, IC, be my guest. But Lillian's going to turn to Charlemagne and she'll say, if you. I understand the need for recompense for what was done.
Mm-hmm.
However, I do have an idea that I think might be helpful.
What's your idea?
She'll look to Rourke and say, why don't we let him out and see where he runs to?
That was another option, yes. But we don't have the numbers to do anything about it yet.
The very special price you pay for going after the ones that hold there. Is this logical? Is this smart? Of course not. Is this something that's going to make me smile tonight? Indeed. He's coming with me.
She will nod because that is all she had to add.
And Rourke's just going to nod and say, I'll bring him out then. He's going to go back inside by himself this time. He's going to go back inside the storage locker.
Ask some questions you think you could ask for him?
Sure.
Wow, this is... Can I have his name? Like his actual name?
He nods. I'll try.
Okay.
She perks up because Lillian got another terrible idea. And she'll smile. And she'll look over to Rourke and ask, do you think you could also get him to tell me 3 things about himself?
Could I don't know. I'll try, but
They could be anything.
he's kind of... All right, I told him I'm undercover infiltrating. So there's a certain story I kind of have to stick to keep his trust.
I'm gonna say this right now. This is going to get incredibly black dog because what Charlemagne is going to do to this man is not okay. In any sense of the word.
We know.
I need another wits plus composure rolls from all of you. Any of your perception bonuses do apply.
No successes. You know
3
what?
successes.
I'm going to take a dramatic failure.
All right. You're going to take a dramatic failure. You are not going to get another perception roll in this scene for what's coming up next. So when I call for everyone for a perception roll, do not roll.
Lillian's got 4 successes.
The 2 of you both notice the same thing. A black car, exactly like the one that was in the back alley of Penelope's place, has pulled up just outside of the storage facility. Rourke, you have no idea.
Yep.
Oh. He looks to Lillian. It looks like I'm going to work out some frustration today.
I will come to assist you, and happy hunting, Your Majesty.
I dropped my mask.
Oh, shit! Okay!
God damn it.
All right. He has dropped his mask at Safe Storage Solutions, Spin the Glamour.
Mhm.
The moment you do that, you all feel a rush of mystical energy as his mask burns away around him, and every gateway into the hedge present at Safe Storage Solutions is now open.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh shit. The ham button has been hit.
Rourke's just looking at Charlemagne like, what the fuck? Because he doesn't see the car. He just saw Charlemagne just fucking drop his mask out of nowhere.
I need an initiative roll from every character. This is just to pre-game it. But before they make the initial roll, I need Rourke to give. Not Rourke. You don't get a roll on that. So I need the other two to give me a wits plus composure roll with any bonuses you have from perception.
Okay.
Alrighty.
And then I'm going to flip a coin, I think would be the best option there. Did not think you were going to drop your mask, so that has results. On the bright side, one of you guys have a safe house at Safe Storage Solutions, so there's plenty of hiding places. Okay, 3 successes for Lillian. Because you guys...
One success.
Okay. No. That dice cord roll 8. Okay, no one notices. Well, you guys see the give me an initiative roll. I'm gonna roll their initiative too, and I'll start describing things on initiative rounds. We're not necessarily in combat, I hope.
I have to use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I actually have to do the same, but I am gonna roll initiative, and I can still like hear all y'all.
Okay.
I got 13 for my initiative.
All right, could you put that in the side?
One time I don't play a combat character and I get a decent fucking initiative.
Right?
Like
That's how
every
it
time I
works.
play combat characters, I get like 3s and 4s.
All right. 6.
Oh, before I properly leave, Lillian's on 10.
All right.
Now I'm going for realsies.
Oh boy.
We're terrible. We left yet, but we're terrible.
I'm gonna be frank with you guys. I had no combat scene planned for this. I had none. So if the ham is about to happen because someone decided to drop their mask, this is going to be very fun. You guys have gone a route that I did not anticipate. I expected violence, but as you and I had talked about earlier, Joey, but
Like the funny thing is the violence we expected didn't even happen.
I know, right? Oh my God, did you roll so well? I was like, you win. You got all this in a faster scene than I anticipated. I was very. See, did I tell everyone? Crown is powerful, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
Oh yeah. Now, if imagine you were flowering and you could kick down another door, and you had fast talking, which kicks down another door, and that means someone at average of like Composure 5, Resolve 5 would be doing something they didn't want to do, would still be within your
Wait.
realm of one roll.
Important question.
Yeah.
Is my Mask of Superiority still up?
Your Mask of Superiority is no longer up because this is going to count as a new scene.
Okay.
With the mask dropping.
I have a question. The question is that I thought the mask dropping was what happens when like changelings like get into regular combat because that's the way it was presented in First Ed. Is that different? Yeah.
If you drop your mask, it means you're spinning a glamour and you are scouring it away so that you can access the full extent of your power, which gives you the bare minimum. It means every contract you roll is an exceptional success as long as you roll one success, and your guaranteed success is equal to the highest of successes rolled, weird, or mantle. If it's not a non-rolled contract, then you automatically knock down one door from every mortal in the scene who saw you use it.
Dropping the mask is to calling the weird and changing the dreaming what Super Saiyan 2 is to Super Saiyan 1.
You guys, yeah, so you are...
Okay, I thought it was something different. That's fair.
Yeah,
We'll continue.
it's all good. Like that, like that's effectively the ham button.
It also alerts every fairy creature in a certain radius and lasts open hedge gateways.
Yep. Now, it's unlikely there were any fairy creatures nearby, being this is the safe house for the Autumn Court, so that's fine. The thing is, though, it is the safe house for the Autumn Court, which had the most passageways into the hedge.
Yeah.
So, so now people can wander into it or wander out. So Corey needs you to send him a direct link to get in. Okay. The main link is not working. Do you have him on Facebook, right?
I do not. So when you say a direct link, do you mean like I have to invite him?
Yeah, you're gonna have to go up to the top, +, invite.
Okay. I need his email address then.
Give me a second. Hoping that he replies relatively quick. So we are on pause for 1 second. I thought you had him on Facebook.
No.
Or something, but already. But yeah. Let's see if I can find his...
Excuse me.
It's all good. Let's see if I can cheat and use my drive. All right, I got the email.
Okay, if you just want to throw it in the side chat, then I can...
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Awesome. Boom, sent him an invitation.
All right, let's hope he picks it up soon. As an aside, anything else you need to know about the mask going away?
Oh, it was just that I thought the mask is what you do because the way it was explained to me in first edition, you needed to drop your mask in order to use your contracts. So I thought the other way.
That was actually wrong in first edition.
Then the rules were explained to me wrong. I apologize for that.
It's quite all right, but again, using your full power does require dropping the mask. So if you're going to go and do something combat-y, I would totally drop the mask if you think you're in a safe place. Like,
okay, so I know this is a bit metagaming, But would you allow me to just say that I go out and pull out the Bugatti instead?
Um, oh, you're going to just pull out the Bugatti
Yeah.
instead of dropping your mask.
Yes.
That still would have had the same result. I'm glad we rolled initiative. You pull out the Bugatti, that's
Mhm.
fine, and you don't have to drop the mask.
Fair enough.
All of my responses are still the same.
Yeah. Every other response is the same, so there's no problem. A and B, you guys are still learning. We're in our first months. It's okay. That's what we're doing this for, is to get you guys used to it.
Really? Huh.
So,
Hmm.
all good. I told Corey, yes, yes. I told Corey that you send him the link. Trying to see if he got it. Um, did the message actually go out? Like,
Just to explain to Joey, Charlemagne takes a rose out of his hair. The rose turns into basically, for lack of a better word, have you seen Van Helsing?
Yes.
And when Rip Van Winkle takes out the big ass sniper rifle?
Oh dear. See, I thought the Bugatti was a car, so
Bugatti is
this
definitely
makes so
a
much more
car.
sense.
It's definitely a car. However, it looks more like a dragon fused with a rose with a mouth that looks like he's about to blow someone's head off. Take that for what you will.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense because I've been imagining this whole time every time you talk about the Bugatti, it being a car. So I was
everyone
really
thought it was a car.
Yeah, that was part of it.
Yeah,
um,
part of the reason why there's a hole in the door.
uh,
The entire reason why there's a hole in the door.
uh, not going through, I guess.
I don't know, but can you guys hear me?
Yep, can hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
Apparently, he's saying he's not getting a thing from you.
There may be two more people going to the goblin markets.
Yeah, right. Uh, and you sent it with the plus thing at the top, right? Joey. Oh, there it is. He's in. Corey, let us know when you can hear us.
I can.
Excellent. All right, so you're walking into Safe Storage Solutions. The others have mentioned that they were going to be undergoing an interrogation today. And as you walk in, you're going through the lots. You come around the corner, and there is um, Rourke, who happens to be the owner of Safe Storage Solutions. You see Lillian as before, and you see that Charlemagne has just pulled out his Bugatti.
I don't think they know that we're here. Lillian, Are you ready?
I need Corey, if you don't mind. I need an initiative roll from you.
Okay, that's a fun thing to
Welcome
walk
to
into.
Scene. I was not.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't expecting this today, but here we are.
Here we are. The last thing I probably want to walk into.
Maybe they actually could use your services depending on what happens next. You might have some
Cool.
dreams to walk into,
Woo!
because that's what I was anticipating. But what is your initiative total then? With
So that's 8.
8. All right.
It'll be lower if I draw a gun, which I probably won't because I don't like violence.
Okay.
I'm very pacifist.
As a heads up, what is your wits?
2?
2. All right. You are going dead last.
Cool.
So the pacifist
That's
goes
exactly.
last.
Man, I really could use that avoidance style right now.
More justification. All right. So action 1 goes to person 3. Person 3 currently is holding action. So that brings us down to Bugatti holder. What does Bugatti holder do?
What am I seeing?
You see the cars pulled up, and you pulled out your Bugatti when you saw it pull up. So,
all right. He is going to motion for Lillian to follow him around back. Is there a back here? And see if we.
It's a storage facility, so there's lots of rows
Mhm.
that you guys can move down between, but there's no back per se, because if you go back, there's just a field, a fence blocking you, and a cemetery.
Okay. So I am going to do a thing.
All right. So if you're planning on firing that thing, you probably want to brace it, which means getting to some cover, putting yourself up.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna do. I was just saying how I was gonna make that work.
You can always just go prone, -2 dice to opponents to shoot you, +2 dice if they're trying to punch you in the face.
Just fall to the ground. I am going to walk over to. I'm going to walk over to one of the rows and going to try to do a stealth and just brace it and do like an aim action. Or is that too much?
So just walk me through that again. Sorry.
Basically, he's going to basically go for cover, brace it, and it's going to be sort of like they would have to look for him. So it's basically a stealth brace, and then aim.
You couldn't do an aim and a stealth action at the same time.
Okay. So,
if you want to use cover and aim, that's fine, and it gives you, depending on the degree of cover, depends on how much bonus you get.
Mhm.
So, for instance, if you're using the wall as cover, that would give you a different bonus than if you go completely prone.
all right, so I'll go for cover.
Okay, go for cover. So you're under cover. This is referred to in this case as concealment. This is the equivalent of partially concealed, so -2 penalty for them to shoot you, and you are at a -1 penalty to shoot back, just because the cover position.
Mm-hmm.
If they try to shoot through cover, they're gonna have to shoot through the durability of a concrete wall, which is unless they have a Bugatti of their own.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. That explains combat round 1. That gets us on person 1. Person 1 is going to get out because he saw you go for cover, and then with a Bugatti is going to get out and use the car as cover, and not getting out on the side open on you. You see him come out with a gun. at this point. You can tell it's maybe a rifle of some kind. You're not sure from the distance you're at. Looking through the scope of your Bugatti, you're pretty sure that is a submachine gun of some kind. Oh yeah, Rourke has 13. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong chart. Rourke goes first then. No one's out of the car.
Okay.
So what Rourke's gonna do is he is going to just head back inside to the storage locker with the dude inside.
Okay, full cover. No one can shoot you. Is that it? Or is there contracts? Anything you're activating?
No, he's just gonna go inside and walk over to the dude and start untying him. That's his action.
Oh, okay. Then you okay? So
Oh, Rock, you dick! I love it.
so Bugatti.
Yeah, I see that too. It's glorious.
Bugatti owner, you see the guy come out submachine gun using the car as cover. That is going to be a penalty to shoot him as well.
Okay.
Considering how much of the car he's using for cover, it's a 3, but he's going to take a 2 to shoot back at you.
Okay.
That puts us on 12. That person who was on 16, who was holding his action, has decided to use his action. You guys failed your perception roll earlier, so firing.
Who's he aiming at?
The only one with a gun. Lillian is not the primary thing.
Gotcha.
So, person 3, you guys did not see. You're under decent cover, so that's -2 to his roll. Do you have Fey Cunning?
No, I do not.
Because.
No, we haven't hit downtime yet.
All right, rolling.
This is week 2.
All right, firing at you. You don't have an armor rating, do you?
Is this considered the hedge? If so, then it's an armor rating of 2.
No, it's the physical world.
Don't know.
Okay. Charlemagne just gets pelted from the side by a round that goes through the shoulder that everyone seems to love.
Mm-hmm.
As a rifle round goes through it. That is 6 lethal.
Ouch.
Hot damn. Okay.
If you want to, you can always reflexively go prone for and just get your full cover bonus because you were under great cover to begin with and just be behind the wall. You wouldn't get to shoot back, but they can't shoot you anymore.
No.
All right.
Do I have to roll stamina?
You are going to need. I was double checking that because
that's double my stamina.
Oh, that's double. Oh, violence. Character who takes more than his stamina bashing damage or any amount of lethal. Oh, that's optional rolls. I believe. No, that's unconsciousness. Is it stun? I am sorry. I did not come prepared for combat today, so I don't have my charts open.
I don't think that anything necessarily happens with that, at least off the top of my head. Because most of the things that do things like that, they don't have to exceed stamina. They typically have to exceed your size, and it's a specific thing that lets them do that.
Yeah, I was pretty sure.
He'd have to be aiming for something. He would have had to say, I want to knock him down and make the aim called shot to do knock down, stunned, leg rack, arm rack, any of those things.
I was pretty sure, that only kicks in if you hit someone in the head. We're not playing Old World of Darkness. I had to double check my charts, but that is a headshot. So, nope, you just take 6 lethal. You are not stunned.
Okay.
All right. That brings us up to 12 was the guy getting around the car. 10 is Lillian.
Alrighty. So how close was Charlemagne to me when he got shot?
He was just a few feet away from you. You felt this. You could almost feel the wind of the bullet rushing past.
Okay. So I'm guessing the dude that shot him is pretty far away, right?
You can make that assumption, yes.
Okay. Lillian doesn't have. No, she doesn't have a gun. At least not yet. So, she is going to do what? She's gonna get the fuck up and cover.
Are you going for full cover, or are you going to be partial cover so you can still see what's going on?
I don't have 6 lethal, so I'll do partial cover so I can still see what's going on.
Okay, so you're doing partial cover. You're at -2 to people shooting at you. That puts us on the other guy. The other guy gets around the car, pulls out a gun of his own, and sets up in front behind the hood of the car. -3 to shoot him, but he's -2 to shoot back as well.
As a side note, I do want to request that In My Feelings by Drake is playing in their car as this gunfight is happening.
I also want to put out. Never mind. I'm good. My guinea pig's name is Kiki.
Yes, Kiki is the Changeling mascot now.
I have no idea why they're blasting that shit at this time. What the fuck?
That brings us around to Damien. What does Damien do? He's just walked in. He saw the Bugatti pulled. Man goes for cover.
Damien walks in and gunfire just explodes.
Yep. Gunfire
so
from.
He's going to.
Yep.
You ever seen one of those things that meme? He just walks in, turns around, starts walking right out.
Yep.
That's what Damien does, except he's also pulling out his phone and calling the cops.
All right.
This is District Attorney Damien. There's a big gunfight going on. I saw a bunch of thugs in some car shooting at innocent civilians.
Are you staying under full cover, or are you going to peek your head out where it can be seen?
No, hell, he's getting out of any kind of danger.
Okay, full cover. No one can shoot you as well. Top of the round. Person is holding his action. So that puts us on Bugatti holder.
What's happening right
now? The top of the round person 3, who fired from the cemetery side, so opposite. Basically, you guys are flanked right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is holding his action.
Okay, so I dropped to full cover.
All right, you can't be shot.
And I will, without paying the loophole. I will pay the loophole. No, I don't need to. I will. He will use the blood that's coming out of his shoulder for the loophole to caps the healing thing. His healing spring contract on himself.
All right, so you're trying to use your loophole, and you're going to try to heal yourself.
Yes.
That still costs a willpower if you do the loophole. And I'm assuming you're doing Gift of Warm Blood.
Yes.
You're going to take an additional level of lethal if you do this. Because of the loophole.
Maybe I'll just spend the mana. I'll just spend the glamour.
All right, then spend 1 glamour, 1 willpower, roll wits plus medicine plus mantle. Knowing that you're going to at least get an exceptional success, so if you can downgrade all the lethal, it's going to be healed instantly. Oh no, you don't have your mask up. That's right. You didn't drop it. Okay, so.
No, thinking back, I probably should have, but whatever.
Hey. Hindsight. It's all good. We here. Let's get it.
Hedge gates aren't open. That would have changed this entire conversation. So.
Discord. 4 successes.
4 successes. All right, then you can downgrade 4 lethal to bashing.
Okay.
And all that bashing is healed instantly because if you you didn't get exceptional. Sorry. So it's 4 bashing, 2 lethal.
4 bashing, 2 lethal.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my action.
All right. That puts us on. The person who held his action is going to declare an aim action on Lillian.
Oh, hell no. All right.
That puts us on Rourke. Rourke has untied the guy already. What do you do?
He's going to say, there's a shootout going outside. I can't have my cover blown. I need you to help me defuse the situation.
Defuse the situation? How?
Your friends, your people rolled up. I don't think they realized I was getting you out. They're trying to get you, but they're ruining my cover. So get you to them, whatever, something.
All right. So you walk out there with him then?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk out with him.
All right. That puts us on person 1. Aim action on you.
Okay.
That puts us on Lillian.
Do I see dude aiming at me?
Yes.
Cool. Can that hey Anthony, can you mute please? It's getting real loud now. Sorry, but thank you. Yeah, that partial cover is going to become full, and unless she hears until the bullets stop flying, and she probably will. She'd still do this anyway. I spend the glamour because I'm prepping. Well, actually, wait a minute. Is there a door near us? Matt?
Yeah, there's plenty of doors near you. It's a storage facility.
Do all of them lead to the freehold?
No. Just the one. I mean, like any facility can, like any door, if you spin the glamour, can open into somewhere in the hedge.
Yeah, she's gonna have to do this. Does Charlemagne look like he still wants to throw down?
Yes.
What the fuck? All right.
He's not bleeding as heavily now, but
damn. I think what Lillian is gonna do though is I think she's gonna start trying to secure the escape just in case, because this is getting a little too heavy. How do I have full cover? Am I just completely behind a wall? Am I breaking up?
No.
Matt, you still there?
No.
I think he had to. I think something's over with his internet, or he had to BRB. Oh, there we go. He's back. Could you hear any of that?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. You're roboting real hard. I think your internet's fucking with you.
I said yes. You can't hear me?
It's really hard. You're breaking up real hard.
He's dropping and coming back for people that can't see side chat.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, it was exactly what we thought. It's the same issue that hits Tim a lot. It's the upload rate.
Alrighty.
It's Xfinity.
Yeah, so what Lorraine was doing, if possible, like she's What gave her the full cover? Is she like behind a wall, like behind a big ass storage unit?
Yeah, I mean, like, because they're kind of like in rows with splits in between them to make it easier to get through. Yeah, you're just behind the wall. So solid concrete cover, 100% concealment. They can't see you.
Okay. So like, okay, so there's like still shit tons of doors. Like she could just kind of turn left and like, oh hey, there's a door within reach.
Yep, and just jump into the hedge.
Charlemagne does not want to do that. Alrighty, we gonna see how this works out then.
All right. Could someone repost all my initiative stuff for me? Because again, my thing dropped.
Alrighty. So
1 second, I will do that in the side chat.
Okay. What Lillian is going to do, I'm just gonna do stealth because I can't really do anything in a gunfight right now. But what she can do is get the drop on somebody just in case. Is that something I can do or no?
You're trying to get close enough to get the drop on someone?
No, but I am making a stealth check in case someone tries to flank us.
All right, you mean like flank and get close? Got it. Sure, you can make a stealth check.
Yep, that's the only thing I really think of doing right now. That would be in any way useful.
You could always, try to summon a hurricane.
Let's not do that on a Texas street.
Okay. So give me a Dex plus stealth roll. And while you're making that Dex plus stealth roll, that puts us on. Lillian was 10, so I believe, right?
Yes, I missed her. I'm sorry.
Okay. That puts us on person 2, taking aim action on Rourke. And Damien, you are under full cover. You haven't heard any more shots yet, though. Police are assuring you that they are on their way to the shots fired.
Cool. That's it then.
No, okay.
I think we're on top of the round again.
Yeah, that brings us back to top of the round. Person 3 is shifting aim to focus on Rourke. Rourke, because you're coming out, which way are you walking him?
Towards their car. He made sure the guy came out first so they could see him, and then he followed.
All right, so you're walking him towards the vehicle. No one else is firing at this time. But yeah, aimed action on you. Anthony, your action.
Anthony, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. That sucks. I wasn't expecting this to go this way. But... Hmm. Okay, so yep, when in doubt, be safe. So with that, he'll spend another point of willpower and just do the warmest breath. He'll make contact with Lillian. Yeah, we should probably leave.
All right, gift of warm blood.
Roll.
Or successes.
4 successes? Well then that downgrades the last 2 of the the last 3 to bashing and heals 1 to bashing. You're at 6 bashing.
All right. He'll just make his way to one of the side doors.
Okay. The individuals in question are still taking aim actions at Rourke then, because Rourke is just continuing his walk. That brings us to Lillian.
I did have something I wanted to do on Rourke's turn.
Oh, okay. Other than just walking him?
Yeah.
All right.
So, are they all dressed in like the same suit arrangement the dude's got?
No, from what you can see at this point, because the guy with the rifle is not so far that you can't see him. He is not dressed like the others.
Okay. What is he dressed like?
He is dressed in such a way that he's kind of blending a little with his environment, which is likely why you guys had so much trouble spotting him.
Okay.
So the phrase would be camouflage.
He's just going to shout out, "Everyone stop. I don't know who you guys are, but got your guy." And he's going to whisper, as soon as he says he's going to whisper to the dude, "Make sure they know I'm undercover this time."
Right. Well, you guys are continuing to approach. So what do you do, Lillian, after you hear that then?
What Lillian is going to do is she's still stealth. But she did hear Rourke's voice, and there is no more shooting, at least for the moment. Without the lines of communication, like it would be a case of we split the party and kind of just leave one group to die if one of us just leaves. And Lillian ain't quite about that life. So what she's going to do is, I'll give up my full concealment for the moment, in order to peek out and see what's going on. I'm not breaking stealth. I'm just giving up my full cover.
All right. Well, then you can see what's going on now. As you approach, let's see. That puts us on, again, another aim action on Rourke still, and that puts us on Damien. Police response is on the way, and they're incoming fast.
All right, just 1 second.
Okay.
I do have something I want to do.
I figured, and I'm going to be curious to see which one you do. As a side note, you did tell him you're the DA, right?
Yep.
Okay, making sure.
Give me like 2 minutes, I'm sorry. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so he's going to speak up loudly, still from cover, and saying, "You guys are screwed. Police are on their way, and they're going to arrest every one of you." And he's like seriously breaking the tension here.
Okay.
As much of a pacifist.
Lillian sees that dude without her eyes go wide.
And then he's going to say, "Brick the car, don't move." which is their car. Its name is Brick now.
Brick the car, don't move. How is he going to prevent that from moving? Is he using what I think he's using? Or is he just saying...
Why he named it. It's why he named it.
I just wanted to be sure. All right. I don't know if that has a roll, actually. No, it does. Manipulation, crafts, plus weird. It costs 2 glamour, so it's going to take you 2 turns to get off. Unless you spend that 1 glamour.
I did the loophole.
Yep, so you have to spend the glamour to get the loophole as a reflexive.
Mm-hmm. And
All right.
I did. I will do that.
Okay. Then make me my roll for that thing. And are you using the Wizened ability?
100%. I love it.
Okay. Very well. Break the car, don't move. I'm loving this. All right. How many successes?
So close.
Oh, so close to that exceptional, but you succeed. So yeah, it's there. The guys, one of the guys was like, "What the hell?" You get, I assume then, okay. He's up to him. Are you guys going to be portaling? Because no one does anything on 16. It's on you now, Charlemagne. And Rourke has the captive up to them at this point.
I'm a little frustrated, I'm gonna be honest, but I put the Bugatti away and I come up arms out. Going to see if we can try to mitigate this so the police don't do like a full investigation. Fucking dumb. Okay.
All right. At that point, then.
Is it on me?
Yep. It's gonna be on you then.
He's just going to say really quickly, to them. He's got the information you need. Get out. Go. Get out before the police get here. And he's just going to say, "I'm on your side." He's going to say it really quickly.
He's one of us. The sound of police sirens are getting close. I'm assuming we're out of the combat rounds. No one's going to be throwing more hands.
No.
Okay.
Not unless necessary.
And
so
then, yeah,
they jump in.
Sorry.
What does Rourke do?
He's going to immediately run to like the nearest piece of shadow and act like out of sight of the people, and then activate Light Shy.
All right. The police are all storming in. They're trying to drive away. They continue trying to drive away. We lost 2 more. Give them a moment to get back.
Yep, because I need Corey for something.
Oh god.
It kicked me out for 5 seconds. God dang it.
Yep, do the same to Tim.
Yay, internet. Yay.
Anyways, they're sitting there and Brick is being a good car and not moving.
Yep. I was gonna give Tim a second to make it back.
Tim's back.
Sorry about that. So they tried to drive away in a brick car, and that's going to lead to some serious arrests of some dudes that got assault weapons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Still there, Matt?
Sorry, I muted myself. I'm still here. Okay, so, yeah, you see them try to escape now. Continue trying to escape. One of them is bashing his fists into the front of the steering wheel. Looks like they're not going anywhere, and the cops pull up.
Hopefully, a lot of them. If
So you mentioned you were the DA.
Yeah, I sure did. I will walk out and kind of grab both ends of my suit and shake it a bit, and walk forward to meet the police as soon as they're done apprehending the individuals in the vehicle.
Okay. They are one of them. Well, not one. Two. One of them points at two of them to go run over to you. They're double checking you, making sure you're fine.
Thank you. I'm very glad that I was just around to hear this and make the right call, he says, and he's going to thank the officers for their fine duty and thank them for their service to the city, and that he wants to meet with these individuals on a one-by-one basis later today, if that's possible.
Probably that.
Let them get a chance to get their attorney, but I would like to speak to them when I get the chance.
Okay.
Especially the one that we were there to actually interrogate. If I have to make an allies roll to set that up, because I want to bring my quote legal team unquote.
That is going to be something you're going to need to bring in allies on. I was debating status or allies, but yeah, allies is the one.
Yeah, just because I want to bring my legal team in.
All right. Please blue book that when you have the chance at the end of this.
I do have a question.
What's the dot that it's going to be though? What's the dot level? So I can just go ahead and make the roll.
If you're, there's no roll as long as you it's within your favor rating.
Oh, fair enough.
So it's the roll is only if you're going over it to see if you can try to maintain and keep your favor rating. So
nice. Yeah. I've always did the roll. That's weird. All right, maybe I misread it. It's all good. Then I will definitely put that down.
It's going to take all 3 of your points, though, given the crimes that are going to be charged in relation to this.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to tell them I'm questioning them regarding the crimes as well to start helping them build a case. And obviously that's completely out of the norm. So yeah, maybe 3 dots would be fine.
Yeah. This is the DA has taken an interest in this. So what does everyone else do? I assume Rourke is still hiding in the shadows?
He is watching. Does Damien have a famine, like a visible famine? Like, does he have...
And a mantle, if you'd like to describe both to Rourke.
Damien, also known as the Frozen Spring, he looks in his famine, like an older gentleman, but his clothes and everything seem to be the same, except they're all covered with a thin layer of frost. His arms have flowers that kind of sprout along the length, but also have that thin layer of frost covering them. The air around him seems to be warring, whether it's cold or that warm breath of spring that comes along with him. And that's him.
All right, Rourke, what he's going to do is he's going to head inside the main building. And then once he's safely inside, he's going to drop light shy. He's going to tell the employees they have to all the employees are all Fey touched or Fey, right?
Yes. All the employees here are Fey or Fey touched. Most of the remaining Autumn Courtier members work for you at this point.
All right. We had Corey and Tim drop again, but what he's going to do is he's going to tell them that police are here. Police are here. Keep everything. We don't know anything. Whatever you do, there was a shootout on our lot. We don't know anything. Keep it safe. Keep it hidden. Just the basic stuff. And then he's going to walk out. He's going to make sure first that he doesn't have any blood or anything on him, and he's going to play the part of the business owner who's confused about what's going on. And for Damien, this guy who walks out is very clearly a changeling. He has glowing green eyes and cat ears where his human ears would be. His hair is completely black, and there are autumn leaves flowing picked up by the wind around him every once in a while, and he's just looking straight at Damien as he's talking with the police.
A nice little nod then.
The look he gets, this dude is it's not a very friendly look.
Damien will not care very much. He will shake it off.
And but Rourke is just going, hear what's going on. That sort of stuff with the police.
One thing that Lillian is going to do right the fuck now. Are cops getting ready to start searching and such? Matt?
They are currently going through. They are not searching you guys because they're just taking down any notes of what you were willing to say to them. Did you see what happened? Did you see where the shooting was? Do you know who was involved? What was going on? They're asking for your name. Making sure that you're okay. The usual checklist.
Situation in which I am very happy Lillian does not have a gun. The main thing that I'm worried about is because you're probably already going to do the same thing, so this isn't me just bringing it up to the ST who's going to make it a headache for us right now. The main thing she's worried about is Lot 42.
Well, Lot 42 can't be used anyways, so there's literally nothing to worry about that. It can't even be used as a portal at this point.
Okay, so it would probably just look like, oh, that's some serious disrepair.
No, but at the same time, you guys were not next to Lot 42 for obvious reasons of keeping him away from that. Just too much traffic through there. So
okay, awesome.
They're not checking they're cops. They're starting by talking to the witnesses.
Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention. Rourke would have specifically told whoever was on security to erase all the data footage, make it look like something corrupted the systems, do something where the police cannot find any security camera footage that would endanger the freehold or its members. He would have specifically done that.
At this point, Mel would be walking up towards the place to see there are 7 police cars on site. And the car that she remembered from before is currently locked down.
Okay, well, Mel, she's gonna quicken her step a little bit just to find out what's going on.
First person she'll see as she approaches is Rourke out front talking. Wait, yeah, Rourke did reappear, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we're out front talking to the police officers, giving them information. So there's someone from your court on hand and the owner of your safe house.
She'll wave at Rourke.
He's going to wave her over, come over here, please, quickly.
She'll pick up her pace, come over, kind of like give him a little, comforting squeeze. Hey, you okay?
I'm fine, but we have business we need to take care of. Can you and he's going to motion over to Damien. He says, "Can you see if you take him inside, talk with him for a bit? I need to talk with him after the police are done."
Oh, sure. Damien, come on. And she'll lead Damien in. Probably pick like an empty office or something. Just, someplace where they can kind of sit down and have a chat while they wait for Rourke to finish getting done with the police. So, do you know what happened?
I'm not actually sure his player's here.
That's fine.
Yep. Oh, would Rourke want to grab Lillian too, since it's kind of seeming like this is going to be an autumn powwow?
Yes, he would have gestured for Lillian to follow Mel.
Cool. Yeah, so sorry.
Should I leave?
Rourke just shakes his head. I need you.
Okay.
And yeah, he's just gonna keep with the police, tell them, oh, we'll do what we can to help, obviously. Just kind of being very neutral about everything. And then once he's done with that, he's gonna head inside to find the others. So yeah. Is there anything that the police are gonna specifically need from him, Matt? That we need to role play through?
Just a bunch of generic questions. If they need anything else from you, I'll contact you later. Sort of comments. Out of the game, I'll contact you later if there's anything that comes up. Got something on my plate here. If you guys don't mind talking amongst yourselves for the scene, I'll be back.
No, not at all.
Sounds good.
Yep, all good with me.
As Rourke, as he's walking in with Charlemagne, once they get out of the police earshot, he says, I hope you'll forgive me for what I'm going to do.
Is it about Damien?
And he just nods.
What did you want to do?
I'm going to pass along a little message. I won't kill him, I promise.
Lillian.
We irritated.
Lillian is going to kind of say, well, maybe Rourke. Maybe we should at least hear his reasoning.
Oh, I will. Don't worry. And Lillian's known Rourke enough to know that when he gets really calm like that, that's not a good sign.
Alrighty. Yep. So Lillian
Right.
actually I think Lillian Lillian's gonna say, all right. I would be very angry too in your position. And I do think that there needs to be a conversation about this. However, I think doing what I think you're thinking about doing might aggravate the situation at a point in which we really don't need it to be aggravated. We're at a point where we need to stick together rather than go after one another for slights, as large as they are.
It's not the fact that it was a slight. It was the fact that, yes, the situation broke out, but there was a whole lot of things that happened here that hadn't been dealt with yet. And instead of dealing with this situation, a larger situation was created. A larger situation that we really don't need right now.
Oh yes, the autumn court. Oh, she'll actually stop unless Charmaine finish. Like, yeah.
The issue that I'm more or less perplexed with. Wow. I'm actually at a loss for words. Okay. I'm going to walk away and I'm going to get a cup of coffee. I will be back.
Rook nods. Yeah, he's just going to open the door to the office where Mel and Damien are, wait for Lillian to enter, and then walk in.
Mel is kind of obviously confused, a little on edge. She's just not pacing, but she is like bouncing up and down on the balls of her feet.
Rourke, he tries to smile reassuringly at Mel, but he's not very good at reassuring smiles, so it's just an autumn court smile. And then, sorry.
Yeah, it's the creepy autumn court smiles. Yep. she'll give him one of her own.
He'll nod to that. He'll sit down behind the desk, and he's going to reach into his jacket, take out his dagger, still in its sheath, and set it on the table. And he's going to look at Damien, and he's going to say, "Would you kindly explain your thought process behind calling the police into my safe house?"
Oh, was Damien invited in? I assumed Damien was out with the police.
No, he was...
Oh, no, he was very specifically invited in.
Yes.
Oh, well then Damien would have spoken up earlier. That's fine. Damien will approach then. And he will sit down. 1 second. What is your guys' intimidate again? Just for purposes of this.
Or what? Sorry?
What is Rourke's intimidate?
He's got an intimidation of 3 and a fuck ton of merits to go with it.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw the merits. I just wasn't sure what his intimidation was. Okay.
He also has a presence of 4.
Yeah, Damien will sit down. He'll lap stance and say, "Why, is there a problem? When someone is attacking your safe house, that you get support? You don't appreciate that?"
Not when that support actively threatens my court. I'm going to call up the monarch of my court, the ruling monarch, and have a very candid conversation with him. He's going to reach over, unsheath the dagger, put it down. If you ever pull something like that again in my territory, I'm going to use this dagger on you. Do you understand?
Damien stiffens for a moment. He will stand, and he will say,
"Probably describe what that dagger is."
I'm sure it's a cold iron dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Any other dagger would be much less intimidating than that. Damien will speak up. "I have given you support. I did not know police are threatening you, especially since I have a good hand on them. My real suspicion here right now is why you threatened death for someone attempting to help you. Maybe it was a slip-up, but you threatened death." And Damien's going to continue speaking. "Now that leads me to be very suspicious. This wasn't about someone threatening your group. Someone was shooting at the people who were coming to help you. I took action and stopped that shooting, and you threatened me with death. What are you trying to hide, Rourke?"
He's going to look at Mel, and he's just going to close his eyes for a second. And then he's going to just open them and say, "You actively ruined an investigation. You actively ruined our chance at finding the organization that is hunting us. That is why I threaten you with death, because you, in your infinite attempt to help us, fucked us over.
That's strange, because I have all of them in custody, which I can visit at any time. I can visit their dreams quite easily, knowing where they are, and I can bring you all along with it to question them even further, including the person you were about to hand over to the group attacking our changelings, or the changelings of our freehold.
Mr. Damien, how about you trust someone who has a lot of experience in this? I was handing him over for a very specific reason, one you did not know because you did not bother to take a good look at the situation, or just wait and let us handle it.
Right, because I should wait when my fellow changelings are getting shot at. That makes sense. I should wait to see what you're going to do. I do not know you very well, Rourke, but I do know one thing. Damien will start to leave. You will never have my support again. And more importantly, this threat of death over something that was an act of help, because your secret investigation you bothered to tell no one about, it didn't fall through.
I told your king about it. And your king isn't very happy with you either.
Damien will shut the door as he leaves.
And Rourke's just going to look at Lillian and Mel and say, I'm sorry that you had to see that.
Mel rubs her forehead. Okay. What can we still salvage from this?
I don't know. That's going to take time. I had it in with the captive. The plan was going to get him back to them, to stop the Charlemagne and Lillian from being killed, track him down, take down the organization from inside. We obviously can't do that now, and we risk them telling the police about us.
At this point, Charlemagne comes back with 2 cups of hot chocolate. Where'd he go?
He left.
On behalf of my court, I want to sincerely apologize for the slight of Damien to your court and the safety of the people currently here. I also would like to take responsibility for my inability to stop a member of my court from forwarding the lead that the
Am I back yet? Okay, no, it's working. Sorry.
I don't think that.
The lead that the organization was trying to you were trying to fix.
And he'll actually stand and walk around to Charlemagne, and he's just going to put a hand on his shoulder, and he'll say, on behalf of the Autumn Court, I accept your apology, and I do not hold you responsible for this. It was not your doing. You had no way of predicting it. But I am going to speak to Cage about a proper punishment for this, since he is the ruling monarch. I hope that is not overstepping your boundaries or your authority.
I'm not the ruling monarch. I control my court, but at the end of the day, larger matters fall to the season, not present. That season is autumn.
And he nods.
If they haven't been taken away yet, there may be something I can still salvage from this.
There is perhaps another angle from which we could continue this investigation.
You gotta look at Mel.
Have you seen the news reports?
Which ones?
The news report about the company bringing medical testing centers focused on organ transplant and brain restoration.
You think it's he literally smacks his head with the palm of his forehead, like palm of his hand. Of course, it's more than likely related.
Even if it isn't, it's suspicious enough to warrant our attention, especially considering there have been reports of people found dead with portions of their cranial cap missing, with their skull missing.
That's definitely the lead we have to investigate next.
Sorry for the delay, folks. I'm back. Did you guys need your storyteller for something?
I think we're good.
That was one thing that I had.
Okay.
It was just a real quick thing, and it's a high probability that it's not really possible anymore. In which case, that's fine. But if she can just see any of the dude, have the suspects been taken away yet? Have they been properly taken from the scene?
They have. Their car is still here, but because they are currently pulling out various things from it, and the CSI has yet to arrive.
Okay. Alrighty. Then I think I'm good.
Yeah, if everyone's good, I think we can end with the group discussing plans from where to go next, because I actually have to go pretty soon for work.
All right. I think this is a good ending point, unless someone needs me for anything.
No, I think we're good.
We're good.
Sounds great. In that case, as the scene ends, the cops are there, and more law enforcement will be showing up shortly to investigate the entire crime scene. Questions are going to be asked, explanations are going to have to be given, but that will not be for now. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Have a good evening.